This is part 2 of our lesson on compound interest, where we are solving for values other than the principal. So we've done 2 questions already. This is our third one. It says Isabella takes out a $10,000 student loan that charges interest, compounded monthly, to pay for her first year of university. If after 12 months she owes the bank $10,712.24, at what annual interest rate did she borrow the money? So first thing I like to do is underline all the things that I think are important. So I notice we've got $10,000. It says that our interest rate is being compounded monthly, although I don't know what the rate is. And we're doing it for 12 months, and she owes $10,712.24 at the end. And what we'd like to know is what the annual interest rate is that gets us this. So first thing I notice is we've got compounded, which tells me this is compound interest and not simple interest. So I'm going to start with my compound interest formula, which is A equals P times 1 plus I to the power of N. And I'm going to list all of those letters down the side. $10,000 is the amount that she's getting at the start. So that's her principal, her starting amount. We know that the interest, whatever it is being compounded monthly. If it's being compounded monthly, that means that the interest rate should get divided into 12 easy installments, and then that's also going to get divided by 100 to turn it into a decimal. So I don't know what this is, but whatever it was, it got divided by 12 and divided by 100. 12 months. Now this is tricky. Sometimes, especially in the textbook, instead of telling you how many years that they're doing it for, so instead of saying 1 year, it'll give it to you in months, which means you don't have to convert. So here I'm going to say that it's 12 months, right? Normally we would say it was 1 year. There are 12 months in a year. We would do 1 times 12 to get 12. But here it's like a trick. They've told us how many months it is, which is less work, but people usually find that fairly confusing. So here it told me it was 12 months. My interest is being done monthly, so I know just to leave it alone as months. Now the last thing is this $10,712.24. And then we're going to just substitute everything into our formula. So A is $1,712.24. P is 10,000. 1 plus, I don't know what I is. We're going to have to figure that out. And N is that 12 months that they gave us. So since I want to solve for I, and I is stuck inside this bracket with an exponent on it, I can't multiply by 10,000 because it's got an exponent. And BEDMAS says you have to work out your brackets and your exponents first. And because I don't know this, I can't do that. So what I end up doing is I end up taking that 10,000 to the other side by dividing. So $10,712.24 divided by 10,000 is 1.071224. And I get 1 plus I to the power of 12, that equals on the other side. Now here, I can't touch that 1 inside the bracket until I deal with the 12. Now to get rid of a power of 12, we do the opposite, and the opposite of an exponent is a root. So I'm going to take the 12th root of both sides. So the 12th root here cancels out the power of 12, and the 12th root of this, well, I'm going to punch that back in. So 1.071224. And then we've talked about how it's always the second function of your exponent button. So on mine, we're going to do inverse and the exponent button. And I'm going to put in 12. And I end up with 1.005749961. And that's going to equal, the 12 is gone, so just 1 plus I. Now the last thing I need to do to get that I by itself is to subtract 1 from both sides. So if I subtract 1, I get 0.005749961. And I'm actually going to try to keep the whole thing there. So that's my value for I. Now you'll notice here, my value for I is 0.005749961. Now how did I get this number? Well, I took something, divided it by 12, divided by 100 to get this. So if I want to go backwards, what we're going to do is take this number, multiply by 100, and then multiply by 12 to figure out what the original interest rate was that we had. So there's my number, right? We divided by 100 to get this number, so we're going to times by 100. And we divided by 12, so I'm going to times by 12, and I get 6.8999535. So for my interest rate, I'm going to keep 2 decimal places. So this would be 6.89. The next number is another 9, so it's going to push that up to be 6.90%. So therefore, the interest rate is 6.9% per annum. You could write per year, that would be okay. And that is compounded monthly. And that's that.